Hey guys, it's Emily, and today I'm going to be doing my natural makeup routine. I know I did a poll on Instagram and the majority of you guys voted for me to do my natural makeup routine, and so this routine is going to be what I do basically every morning before I go to work if I'm deciding to wear makeup that day. If I don't, then I just look like this, bare-faced and natural, because I don't have the energy to do my makeup. But this routine is going to just be what I do in the mornings before I go to work. So usually I can do this in like 5 minutes because I like to just hurry and get out the door because usually I'm running late. So yes, that is how my life goes. So this is my natural makeup routine. So if you're interested in seeing how I get ready most mornings, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I do is I usually try to get my hair out of my face because obviously you don't need your hair in your face when you're doing your makeup. But yeah, so just do that. The number one tip that I would have for you guys is to start with a clean, bare face. Wash your face before you do your makeup. I know that's like a lot of work, but especially if you don't wash your face before you go to bed at night, which is not good for your skin at all, by the way. But if you don't wash your face before you go to bed at night, then I definitely recommend washing it in the morning. It's good to wash it anyways, but definitely recommend that. And then after you wash, you're going to want to moisturize your skin. So I use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion, and I actually have already put that on. So yes, this is what I use. If you're looking for a cheaper, because this is kind of expensive, I think this is just a travel size, so I think it's like $12, but the large size is like 20 something. But if you're looking for a cheaper moisturizer to use, I really like the Cetaphil, I think is what it's called. You can get it at Walgreens, Walmart. It's a really good moisturizer if you are looking for one that is affordable. So the next thing after you apply your moisturizer, which I said I already did that, is you apply a primer. I definitely recommend primer if you're wanting your makeup to stay on all day, and since I'm not wearing that much makeup to begin with, I always try to wear a primer. So the primer I'm using today is the Ole Henriksen. This is the Banana Bright Face Primer. I got this like 2 weeks ago at Sephora because it literally smells so good, and I started using it, and it is really, really good. I love it so much. Now again, this is from Sephora, so it's going to be a little bit pricey, but I just apply that on my T-zone. If you're looking for a good primer from the drugstore, I would definitely recommend NYX has really good primers. You can't get those at Walmart or Walgreens in Lebanon, but you can get them in Springfield, at Target, any place down there. Ulta has NYX products, so I like the NYX primers, but also L'Oreal has good primers if you're looking for a cheap primer from Walmart or Walgreens, then that would be a good option. Now the next thing that I do is apply my foundation, and if you guys have been following my Instagram page, you know I'm obsessed with the IT Cosmetics CC cream. As you can see, this is very well loved. It's almost gone. I need another one, but this is in the shade Light. The reason why I love this so much is because it is a CC cream, so it's not only color correcting and just giving you a beautiful coverage, but it has anti-aging and a hydrating serum inside of it. So while you're wearing it, it's actually hydrating your skin, and honestly, I feel like my skin started looking a lot better after I started using it. So yes, I highly recommend this. It also smells really good. It smells like lemons. So I'm taking my Real Technique sponge, which is also well loved. This is the only thing I use for foundation. Literally, I never use brushes. This is the only thing I use. And this is $5 at Walmart. I definitely recommend it. If you are one of those girls that has a beauty blender, I would say this is even better than a beauty blender, but that's just my opinion. And it's way cheaper because the beauty blender is literally $20, I think. So I would definitely recommend this sponge. It is the best sponge that I've ever used. So I basically just apply this CC cream all over my face. I swear it smells so good. This color is a little bit light for me right now because I've actually gotten a little darker. So I just blend that in. Usually takes me about 3 little pumps to get my whole face. And another good thing about this is that it doesn't feel heavy on your skin. It feels really lightweight. So I love that about it as well. Okay, so once I have that all blended in and I feel like it looks good, then I move on to my next step, which is concealer. And for concealer, I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is in the shade Light. It's also a little bit too light for me, but this is a great concealer. I love it so much. If you're looking for a drugstore option and you want a nice full coverage concealer, I've also used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which is also a really good concealer. So I would definitely recommend that if you wanted a more affordable option. I have it right here actually, which as you can see, I've basically used all of it. So it's definitely a good one. So I just blend this in. And this concealer is very long lasting, as well as doesn't dry out my skin, because I have dry skin, in case, yeah, you probably want to know that. I have dry skin, so all these products are very good for dry skin. I don't experience them clinging to dry patches or anything like that, so I definitely recommend, if you're a dry girl, you want to go for those moisturizing products. So like the CC cream I just used is very moisturizing, and it doesn't leave you feeling dry or anything. That's especially good for my dry skin girls. If you have oily skin, I would recommend, they have the CC cream in a matte version. I would definitely recommend that one for you. I don't know how it works with oily skin, the specific one that I use, because I have dry skin, but if you want to try out the matte one, I'm sure that one's really good too. So the next thing I'm going to take is my powder. This is the Airspun Loose Face Powder. I actually gave this away in my giveaway, the last one that I did. As you can see, this is also well loved because it comes completely full and I'm almost out of it, but I have been using this exact one for over a year, almost every single day. So this stuff lasts you forever. You can get it at Walmart. I'm just going to do a little bit of baking. So if you don't know what baking is, it's where you take a brush, or I use my sponge because I feel like it does the best. You take some powder and you kind of just set it underneath your eyes, and you're going to let it sit there for a little bit. And that will help your concealer and everything not to crease, or, you know, it'll make it last longer during the day. So I'm just gonna let that set there. I kind of just throw the rest of the leftover powder all over my face and leave that sit while I do my bronzer. So I'm gonna move on to bronzer. So this is my Tarte bronzer. This is the Park Avenue Princess bronzer. Again, well loved. A lot of the products that I use, I've been using for years, and I'm just obsessed with them. I don't want to, you know, stray away from, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, you know what I mean? So as you can see, this is a very pigmented bronzer. Like, oh, look at that. Like, it's amazing. So I'm just going to do this half of my face first, and then we're going to move on to the other half. If you don't bronze or contour your face, I don't usually contour my face, but I definitely bronze my face most days because, well, for one, my foundation right now is way too light for me, so I like to use this to kind of even out that light foundation. But again, this bronzer gives you such a like glowy, like gorgeous glow. So that's another reason why I love bronzer. Specifically Tarte bronzers are really good. But if you want like a drugstore alternative, Wet n Wild has really good bronzers. And the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula, I actually have that one. I love it. It's so good. Okay, so the next thing I go to is blush. This is the Bare Minerals blush in Enchanted Beauty. This is just a loose pigmented blush. This is actually a limited edition one, so you're not going to be able to find this at Sephora, but the blush that I used to have, and I used to use it all the time until it broke because I dropped it, silly me, was the Milani blush in the shade Romantic Rose, and I swear the shade looks just like it. I was so lucky to have found this. Lying around in my drawer, I have so much makeup that I just forget that I have certain things. Because I get hooked on one thing, but then I forget that I have all these other things I could be trying. So it's like, you know. Okay, so the next thing I do is usually eyebrows. So on a regular morning, I don't do my eyebrows. Honestly, I wipe them off with a baby wipe. If you haven't seen my Instagram, I post about those baby wipes. Baby wipes are amazing. So much better than makeup wipes. So much better for your skin than makeup wipes, and so much more affordable. But whenever I do my brows, I use this NYX Tame Frame Tinted Brow Pomade. So it just looks like this. And I take a brush that looks like this, and I just throw it, mostly I focus it on the outer part of my brow. Like if I'm just, like this is just an everyday, just a natural look, so I'm not trying to look super fancy or anything. So just kind of throw it in there. And personally, I don't really like those fake looking, drawn on, obviously, eyebrows, so I tend to stay away from the eyebrows, but that's what I do on a normal day. Okay, so the next thing I do is wipe off that baking powder that we just were baking our face. I just wipe that off. And then we have that. So now I usually move on to my eyes. For my eyes, I don't do any eyeshadow usually on a normal day. I just throw on some mascara and go. But if I do want a little bit more dimension to my eyes, I actually take the bronzer that I used and just a brush like this, just a blending brush. And I take my bronzer and I kind of just throw a little bit of this in the crease of your eye, which is going to be the outer part, and then I kind of drag it to the inner part of my eye, and I literally just throw this on my eye, and it just looks super natural, but it gives your eyes a little bit more dimension. So yeah, just kind of like that, really natural, really subtle. So then I do my mascara. So usually I curl my eyelashes, which I already had a little bit of mascara on because I threw some mascara on this morning. But then my ultimate favorite go-to mascara is this Bad Gal Bang by Benefit. This is sold at Sephora as well. This is my favorite mascara, hands down. It's getting really dried out because I've had it for about 3 or 4 months, but this is literally the best mascara I've ever used. It lengthens, it makes your eyelashes thicker, it adds volume. It's just like the best mascara, like hands down. So I definitely recommend it if you're wanting to buy a higher end mascara. But if you want something more affordable, that's also good. I would go for the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. That is a really good one. I think it's $8 or $9, and you can get that at Walmart or Walgreens, but it's really, really good. So I definitely recommend that. So I just throw this all over my lashes, and like I said, I'm literally doing this just like I would do it in the morning, so I barely even coat them, and then throw a little on my bottom lashes. Just like that. And it's literally so simple, like easy peasy. And then the last, well, next to last thing I'm gonna do is to take a setting spray. This is by Urban Decay. This is the D-Slick setting spray. Again, an affordable one. I love the Milani one. I don't know what it's called. It's set in something, but the Milani one's really good. You can get that at Walmart, Walgreens, Ulta, Target, a lot of places. So I just spray this all over my face. Then I let that dry just a little bit. And I'm gonna take my highlighter brush, which looks like this. It's just a fan brush. And then I'm gonna take my Kylie Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Snow Angel. And I'm just gonna throw this on. This is actually a little trick that I like to do. I don't remember who I saw do it, but I'm pretty sure I saw somebody do this and I was like, oh, I wanna try that. You spray your setting spray on before you do your highlighter, and it actually gives your highlighter more pigment. So you can see I'm just like glowing. I love highlighter so much. It's so pretty. I just apply that. It kind of looks like I'm applying it everywhere, but honestly I kind of am. So yeah, and if you're looking for an affordable highlighter, Wet n Wild has the best highlighters. Let me tell you, some of their highlighters are even better than high-end highlighters, I'm telling you, literally. So, then, the very last thing that I do, which I didn't bring these over here, I take my baby wipes. I always have these handy. And I just wipe the makeup off of my lips. This is probably totally unprofessional, but I'm doing it. And then I wipe a little bit on my eyebrows because there's makeup in there. And then I usually just apply a chapstick, which I don't have a chapstick over here, but I'm not a huge, like, I obviously don't wear lipstick to work because, like, it's not necessary because, you know, 2-year-olds don't really care about what your lips look like. So then this is my finished look. This is usually what I do on a normal day when I'm going to work. So this is my natural makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something from this. But make sure if you enjoyed it, then give this a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have any video ideas that you'd like to see from me. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.